everybody, this is Owen Fox here. I work as a spiritual life coach, and today I'd like to share with you some of the stuff that I typically think and talk about and share with other people. So what I'd like to say now is it's a so-called exercise, a practice, very simple, and it's to get you to feel and to get in touch with, so to speak, to feel for yourself the awareness that you are. All the spiritual teachers and mystics have been talking and pointing towards this in the past. It's not so much something you can talk about easily. You can only use a whole lot of different words, but they all mean the same thing. They all point towards the same experience, the same reality that we are. Some call it consciousness, awareness. Eckhart Tolle calls it the silent watcher, or spaciousness, or stillness. And in the East they call it the self, with a capital S. Emptiness, etc., etc. I like the word spaciousness or stillness or awareness because they're more of an experience, the way you feel it. It's the quietness in the background, the experiencer. But here's a little thing I'd like to share now, okay? How you can experience this for yourself. It's pretty simple. So I'm just going to turn the camera around and point towards this beautiful tree over here. There's a nice dog. So right now, looking at the video, can you be aware that you are seeing a video and with a dog and everything you see? And can you be aware you're hearing the noise of the car and me speaking and my mango boxes? Hey doggy. Okay. So right now you can see something, yeah? And how do you know? You're aware you can see something and you can hear things. So now I'm going to ask you just to close your eyes for one moment. Okay, now with your eyes closed right now, are you still aware now that you don't see anything, but you do hear me talking with you? Yeah, you know I'm talking. You're aware that I'm talking. Okay. So now open your eyes again. And now you can see things again, right? You're aware that you can see and hear both. Okay, now you're aware that you see and hear. Now close your eyes again, okay? Now I have my eyes closed. And can you be aware that now you can hear things, but not see? But you know you can hear things. You're aware you can hear things. Now, in both cases, two things happened that were different. In the first case, you could both see and hear things, and you're aware that you could both see and hear things. And in the second case, you were aware and experienced that you couldn't see things, but you're aware that you could hear things. So on the outer level, in both cases, there was two slightly different things happening. But in both cases, they both shared in common the fact that you were aware of something. You're aware of seeing and hearing, and then you're aware of hearing. So awareness was always there in both cases, even though the two different things changed. Now can you be aware or feel or sense the awareness that you are? Can you sense awareness? So I'll do it one more time, okay? Quickly. Opening your eyes, having your eyes open, you can both hear and see, yeah? Okay. So there's two things you're aware of in particular. A whole lot of things, anything you can see and hear. Now close your eyes. Now you're just aware. One thing has gone away. Vision. So you're left with awareness of hearing. Now, if we just smallest take away hearing, and I'll stop talking, can you be aware of the thing that you're left with, which is awareness? So you're aware of me talking now, and in one moment I'm just going to stop talking, and with your eyes still closed, can you sense or feel the awareness that you are that's left over? So there was awareness with vision, with seeing and hearing, three things. Now there's awareness with hearing, and now I'm going to stop talking and let's see if we can sense just simply awareness left over. I'm going to do that now. Now maybe you might hear something in this video in the background, like the wind or a whistle. So you may have felt yourself as awareness, the truth of who you are. All of those names, the self, the watcher, the experiencer, awareness, stillness, spaciousness, and maybe it may have felt peaceful, still, quiet, a subtle sense of happiness and joy. I'd say happy and peaceful and relaxed. It feels good. And maybe you can alternate in a quiet video between feeling awareness and being aware of a sound. Some people call it a space in between thoughts or words or sounds, or it's a space in between anything you're aware of. So now pay a little bit of attention to me talking, and then when I slow down a little bit, become aware of awareness, aware of sound, and then aware of awareness, with our eyes still closed. So this is, I'll finish that now, but we can continue on. All throughout our lives, we can practice this every day, any day, but without trying too hard, without feeling anything but a subtle peace and happiness and tranquility, just letting go of effort and straining to control our experience. So it's about feeling good and relaxed, happy. So different people experience this. Some people never experience this, many people, and this is what awakening is, by the way. This is what awakening is. It's slowly realizing who you are, what you are, who you are, experiencing it more and more often, and deeper and deeper, more and more deep. And the ones who've realized and experienced, remembered this, end up becoming teachers and sharing it with other people, such as, I believe, Jesus, Buddha, Eckhart Tolle, Osho, I believe also. Loads, millions of people. We're all at different levels of awakening, and it's all okay, and it's not like one is better than the other. That would be a spiritual trap, to start thinking that we need more of this, or that we don't have enough of it in our lives. In any instant, in any moment, we may become aware of this aspect in ourselves. Really, it's not in ourselves, it is ourselves, but that's just words. We have to use words as best we can here. So this can be your ongoing meditation, which is part of life and not separate from life. You don't need to necessarily sit in a room in the quietness to do this. You can practice this anywhere basically in your day, and you just become aware of things and become aware of the awareness that is aware. It's pretty simple, it's pretty easy, and just remember the little exercise that was shared here in this video. And now you can just dip in and dip out of awareness on and off throughout your days. And as you do this, you'll notice you'll be able to dip into awareness easier, more frequently, and you'll have a more stronger sense of awareness, the silent watcher behind your experience. It's a detached perspective on what's happening, as if you're a camera or looking, aware, looking at, watching. But it's not you, the personality with all the opinions, it's the silent watcher. I like that description too, because it is just a silent watcher. No fancy words there. Enlightenment is a fancy word. It's a nice word, enlightened. But basically, I believe this is also what enlightenment is. Having this more or less full time, deeply. Some people call it the deep ocean. No matter what ripples are happening on the surface of reality, you're the deep, peaceful ocean that cannot be touched. Even if there's a storm or a hurricane, you remain as a deep ocean of tranquility. But if you're not, and nearly everyone isn't, most people, that's alright, that's okay. Just don't resist the way you are, and don't try too hard to force your experience of this or anything. Don't try too hard to force or control your experience of anything, or anybody, or anything, or any emotions, any uncomfortable emotions. Maybe you could just dip into awareness and become mindful. Yeah, mindfulness is similar to this, very similar. But this is beyond mindfulness. Mindfulness is when you use words and repeat sentences in your head. But awareness is just still, pure stillness. It's the end point, the ultimate, the goal. Mindfulness helps you get there by quietening the mind and bringing your attention to what's here, present, in the moment. So now let's do it again, ready? Right here now, we are aware, I'm aware of, I can see stuff. There's beautiful trees, there's a lovely man walking. There's clouds. There's Owen standing here holding the camera, and there are words coming from my mouth. So for you, you're here sitting down or standing looking at the computer screen, you can hear Owen talking, and you can see things, nice things moving. Are you aware you can see things moving? Are you aware of the pause in between my words? Are you aware of not only movement in the video, but are you aware of stillness in the video? Things that are not moving, like the trees or the houses. Alright, so we're aware. Now, what's aware? You are. Awareness itself is aware. Now, also, a more difficult stage is just loosely using the word stage. It's not like, but a more difficult way to be aware is when you're actually talking. Are you aware of when you're talking? Are you aware of when you're communicating? If you're sitting at the computer and typing, are you aware that you are typing? Tip, 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 tap, tap, tap. The keys. Are you aware of this? Can you see your own hand typing? And are you aware of the words that you're wishing to communicate? Computers really take away your awareness, and you become completely lost in thought. You become lost in a rush for the future. You want your message posted, which will happen in the future. But right now, present moment, you're not fully aware or really aware at all. I've noticed the hardest times for me to be aware of what's happening, to be aware, the awareness, is when I'm talking. But even harder is when I'm actually at the computer, because there's something about the whole computer and the electromagnetic waves, they disturb or interrupt with your aura or awareness, I believe. That's just my guess, but in my own experience, I know the people, they say, yeah, computers really, they get lost in thought and future, and they lose awareness. So at all times, at any moment, we can hold an awareness of what's happening in life and where we are. Aware that we are seeing things. Aware that we're the camera, the watcher looking from our eyes. Aware that we are the one listening, that enables listening. We are aware of listening, of hearing, anything. Aware that we're in a conversation with someone. Aware that somebody's talking. Aware that we have an arm or a leg. Aware that we're moving our body. Now I'm moving my legs. We can be aware if we're listening to any audio file or watching any YouTube video. Just aware of both that we're listening and that we're watching, and that we are here aware. And remember that this is kind of like the number one spiritual goal or teaching, or you could say it's the other number one, or mixed with number one, is to give up control and effort and stressing and straining and striving. These two things are really what all of spirituality is about. And very much so becoming aware also of our thoughts, judgments, and our resistance and attachments. Becoming aware of the mind and becoming aware of any judgments, resistance, attachments. Becoming aware of effort, etc. Effort, control, stressing. So just becoming aware. So I work as an awareness coach, also called a spiritual life coach. It's about spiritual teachings and everything I just mentioned and much more, and our relationships with ourselves primarily, but also our relationships with other people. So if you'd like any of that thing, contact me. I'd love to help. I'd love to work with anyone enthusiastic and excited to delve deeper into awareness and understanding of themselves and their relationships and their relationship with life and other people, and to grow deeper into peace and happiness and harmony. I'd like to just help you along just a little bit if I can. So there's my message, my friends. It's finished. It's full. It's deep. I hope I helped you, and I wish you lots of love and prosperity, and if you like this video, please share with others, because that can help them too, and it can help just change a huge thing in people's lives and the state of the planet, people's lives, people's experiences. If you do that, I'd be really happy, and feel welcome to leave your comments or thoughts or suggestions or whatever else. And to join the channel, subscribe too, be nice if you want to, for other videos, and have a look at other previous videos I've made. Until next time, see ya, bye, take care.